What's up? First vlog. We're getting it. I don't know what I'm doing. But what's up, guys? Name's Chris. If you don't know who I am, you should. I have a podcast called You Might Be Surprised, and this channel is kind of me talking about podcasting, me vlogging, because I really like vlogging, or I like the idea of vlogging. And yeah, that's who I am. Name's Chris, 24. Still live at home. But we're not talking about that. Today we're talking about why I believe. What do I believe? Oh yeah, why I believe good conversation trumps everything. I think like for me, like the vlogs that I like to watch cinematic vlogs and like things like that. And I like to do that and incorporate in my videos. If you haven't checked out, you should check out my last video. That's a good one. I do like a breakdown of what you need to start a podcast, and I do like some cinematic stuff in that. But I believe good conversation trumps everything, which is why I kind of tend to lean towards podcasting. But before I talk about that, go get some a coffee, some coffee. Does anyone else like refuse to wear a coat when it's like snowing outside? Like, okay, we're gonna do that. I don't wear a coat, even though dude, stop it, stay right here. Also, driving and vlogging is probably the hardest thing I've ever done. Like, there's so many times where I almost just went off the road. Okay, I'm in the middle of the road. Yeah, driving and vlogging is absolutely terrible. However, I feel like I'm multitasking really well. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I refuse to wear a coat. It is currently 30 degrees outside. I'm freezing, but I hate coats. I only wear it when I have to, and if I'm just getting in my car, I don't wear a coat. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why should I wear a coat when I'm just going in and out of places? Fuck, I don't think I brought a mask, did I? I brought a mask. We're all good. Didn't think I had one. I did. I don't think I was very clear with like who I was in like that past clip, and I'm still trying to figure out like vlogging because I don't like know. All I know is like I want to talk about this topic of why conversation trumps everything. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get a coffee, which I'm here to get a coffee. So a cool thing about vlogging is I can do this. I can do this. Look at that. I just have a coffee now, so that's cool. But yeah, I really want to talk about the sense that conversation trumps everything. So I'm gonna try to go find a cool place where we can sit down and talk about this for 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Nothing more, nothing less. 4 minutes. And shoot some cool B-roll because I have a sick camera and I like watching B-roll. And if you don't like watching B-roll, there's something wrong with you. So we're gonna get it, alright? So I pulled over on the side of the road to kind of explain more about this conversation trumps everything. And the reason behind this is like I run a podcast called You Might Be Surprised. It's a comedy podcast wearing Andrew Schultz's fashion, by the way. And it's a comedy podcast. And I got addicted to comedy podcasts about 4 years ago. And the reason why I liked them so much is because the conversations that they were having weren't normal conversations. Like they would take a simple subject and twist it, and then you'd be hearing it like, oh, that's brilliant, that's hilarious. And then I would look at these vlogs that I like, and most people that are making vlogs are just focusing on the cinematic sequences, the this and that, and not really giving good content out. There's also people looking at me on the side of the road like, why does this guy have a camera? Why is he talking to it? So since I have my podcast, I've kind of learned how to take a conversation and steer it one way or the other. So now I'm just trying to get the cool cinematic stuff. But what's really great about it is that like you can take any sort of conversation, say it's a conversation about fruit, and you can turn that into a topic, into content that people will love because you're enthusiastic about it. That's the cool thing. Let's go to a new location. Do people just say that like we should go someplace, or do they just do it? I just want to show you what's going on right here. So I'm doing shooting some cinematic sequences, it's really cold out here. Like I said before, I refuse to wear a jacket because style over everything. Now, I believe I touched on everything that I wanted to touch on, but I figured I would like explain a little bit about like who I am. I already said that I have this podcast called You Might Be Surprised, and I have a deep love for comedy, which is why I started my comedy podcast and why I believe conversation trumps everything. Like the cinematic sequence that I shot was probably cool to watch, but having a conversation and gaining something from a video, like I'm just trying to capture you for about like 5 minutes of your day. Oh, I'm so cold. And yeah, so like a little bit more like about this like channel and like me, I guess, is like if you saw my previous video, I'm just going to be uploading cool podcasting tips and technology that you can use to improve your podcast. Number 2, I'm going to do vlog style stuff and talk about a big concept while taking you through my day. And number 3 is always keeping the comedy aspect. Like I like comedy. I've done stand-up comedy before, but like also I have this deep love and passion for shooting cool videos and making cool shit online. So I'm also going to keep like a cinematic feel to it. So I went and bought this $2,000 camera, and I was just using it for podcasting. I was like, oh, I should be doing like more, like just a little bit more. So I don't know, like since this is my first vlog, just like give me some time. But I just feel like it's just something I should be doing. I like expressing myself and things like that. And I also keep looking at the screen when I need to look at the lens. And like I said before, like conversation goes above everything. You can have the coolest video, you can have the coolest shots, but if you're not giving the people like a little bit of information, then like what are you doing? And I think that's where I can like bridge the gap between cinematic / funny, interesting content. So I'm gonna go back home now, and I'm going to show you guys I'm gonna show you guys a little bit on how I edit my podcast, because I think there's a stigmatism around how hard it is, but it's really not. Made it back home. Also, look at this lighting, dude. This is why like I really like creating videos, because you don't really get this with podcasting. But like I said, I'm gonna show you guys like just like a brief kind of overview of how I edit my podcast. But pretty much what I do is I edit all my podcasts in Adobe Audition, just because I already use the Adobe suites and that's what comes with it, and they actually make it pretty simple, like if you know the steps. So how I do it, but what I do is I create two audio tracks. One where it's just my voice, I don't add any of the intro and outro music, and the reason why I do that is for the video podcast. I do a clap so I can sync up my mic's volume and the camera's volume to match it. So whenever I go into Adobe Premiere, I can line that up, and then I edit the podcast that way. So I have my nice mic audio and the nice video for my camera. But then for the podcast, so once I create the one audio track where it's just my voice, no cuts, I save that and I tell that for video. Okay, and then I take that track that I just exported, and then I edit that track and re-save that as the podcast name, and I put for Buzzsprout, which is the service that I use to get my podcasts out there. Then I pretty much just do the exact same editing for the video portion, except for I add like photos in there and sound effects and things like that. And all in all, it takes me about like 4 hours. I edit the podcast in 4K. I upload the podcast in 4K, or I just started that. Just because I like the quality. I mean, I have a 4K camera, might as well use it. Like, you know what I mean? And yeah, so that's all I do. But I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed what I put out, like the whole thing about like how conversations trump everything. I think it's a good motto to live by when you're creating content. Like, you don't need to worry about like, oh, I need to do something cool, I need to film something cool. Like, you can just sit down in front of a camera and talk and also show something cool too. And it's like part of the reason why I like vlogging too compared to podcasts is I get to go out and do stuff. When I'm doing a podcast, I just sit behind a mic and I talk and things like that. But yeah, I'm gonna be posting more vlogs this year. I'm gonna try to get a video up every week on this channel, whether if it's a vlog or a tutorial or something about podcasting or something about comedy, something that I like to enjoy. So if you like that and you like my personality, make sure you subscribe. Check out my podcast. It's called You Might Be Surprised. Follow my socials that are down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. I've been Chris. You've been beautiful. Peace. I love you guys. Make sure to subscribe. Okay? It means a lot to me. Let's start off 2020 strong.